So right now, I already on my server. I'm going to access right from the scratch. So please follow these steps. Okay, and same thing for if you install your VMware workstation in your laptop or this VMware player, same process. Okay, only thing is, entire thing we are doing in web-based. Okay, so the IP address of my server is, we can see 192.168.0.2. You can see, right? This is my server IP address. So I log in. Okay, so this is my ESXi server. So here I'm running. It could be better you on the videos, guys, because like I want to you people to see whether you're watching or not. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do. So this is my EVNG pack 1 and 2. So I'm going to on these two machines now. Okay, so just click on it. So we can see the power on. Okay, we can see I have the CPU 8 CPU with a 16 GB RAM. I have assigned for this ESXi for the EVNG server, and both for same, because I am running a lot of other VMs, so that I want to on both the EVNG. Let's start power on. So we can see your EVNG is emulated virtual environment. Same thing. What are the lab you are doing till now? So almost all in EVNG, apart from the Cisco. Okay. Okay. So I have not configured this thing, guys. So manually static IP address I have not assigned for the any PC, because automatically the DHCP IP address getting for all my VMs through my Wi-Fi DHCP router, which is there at my home. So automatically it will assign all the IP address for a PC, because I don't want to assign the manually. Okay, so it is not recommended, because your internal home network should be the different network from your ISP network. Okay, so inside, if you route default routing, okay, so then you can able to communicate with your all ISP network. The reason why I'm doing like this, because so it takes time to configure all those things. So once if I free from the training, so I'll configure all internal network. I'll put in different network. So all we can see, all my network is, we can see 192.168.0.200. This is my ESXi server. If you check EVNG IP address, okay, now it is loaded now. We can see the icon is already placed here. The IP address from DHCP it has taken. So 192.168.0.71. So it has taken that IP address. I think server is still loading now. And the commands are, guys, to log in for FORTINET firewall. Okay, admin and no password. You have to remember this. Okay, once if you're now given password, it will ask you to enter the new password. It's still device is still getting on. So once this completely booted, okay, then only you can able to access your EVNG. I think Hobby's IP address is different. I have noticed because my IP address DHCP automatically, so it has taken.
Taj, I have one doubt.
Yes, Sumit.
Taj, did you fix that problem with the firewall in company server?
No, for that I need to have the root access because backside I think someone has misused this thing, the checkpoint firewall. They are showing some lot of issues. So even I tried with the other Fortinet. I tried to log in. Okay, so it was showing even Fortinet firewall also is getting on. It's not getting off.
Taj, we tried with Cisco fire source.
Huh?
That Cisco fire thing is there, right? Firepower. Yeah.
Firepower.
Even that has the same issue.
No, it is showing for all, not only for that. So whenever
We
you load any lab, okay, you take any node, okay, any firewall, this thing. So it's by default it's getting on. Even if you try to half, so it's not getting half. So as we can see, yes, you have logging node is loading now. Okay, my EVNG VM has been installed now. So always, guys, actually, when you want to shut down, okay, you should come to the EVNG if you want to stop, because it is 24 hours that EVNG VM is on. As we you know that anytime we can able to log in, right? If anybody is not using, so it should get halved. Okay, the how to shut down means shut down minus hyphen H now. There is a command to shut down the EVNG. So now I think I can. Let me log in. Yes. So here IF config. You can see this is my ESXi listing. Let me check. The other one is loading still because this is get on. Once it is loaded, so then we'll open the EVNG dashboard. The thing is, because the office, whenever if nobody is using the EV, so it must shut down the EVNG VMs. Otherwise, it shows the issues. As you can see, so even like yesterday also, I have faced same issues with my server. So we can see it's not issuing any IP address. You can see, right? So my IP address is like 0.71. Right. So what I'm going to do, just I will add on one server because it should display IP address on the screen. So it's not displaying any IP address. What is the IP address where I should log in? That's the reason. So it's not opening. You can see, right? 160, 190.168.0.71 is the EVNG IP address. Okay. So let's shut down this one of these things. Shut down the commands is, you can see. So let me check ifconfig. So we can see, guys, it has not taken any IP address. So you should take the IP address from DSCP from my server. Automatically, you should get the IP address. The IP address it has taken the EVNG, it's 71, 0.71. So I'll shut down this. The shutdown command is shutdown hyphen type now. This is a command you should remember, guys. Whenever you this thing installed in your laptop, okay, shutdown hyphen h now. Okay, so it's getting shut down. This is the proper way of shutdown because in the office server, okay, so nobody is like maintaining that EVNG. Even if you log in now, also we can able to log in. Okay, so we'll try office laptop also. We'll check like how what is the issue like. We'll try. So again, or else we will go back to our normal session. Okay. So meanwhile, so I will load this once again. So yeah, it takes time to load. At the same time, we'll try to access our office laptop. So let's see. We'll try to figure it out what exactly the issue is, because this is the part of your job, guys. So how to explain the issues all in that. Okay. So let me. So these all documents I have shared you guys as Fortinet material. Okay. So we can have a look here. Go through. It's very nice book, enough book material to study the Fortinet firewall. Okay. So let's start. I will connect with my VPN, guys. So which VPN you are connecting from your side? Sono Vishnu and that you're connecting from GSIB Bangalore
Yes, sir.
GSC VPN.
Same VPN. Yes, Taj.
It's accessing fast.
Yes.
Why it's taking a long time today? Because daytime, so many people at the same time they are trying to access because server has got some other applications. So maybe it's taking time to connect it. I don't know why they have taken the paper. Is it connected now? Okay, so now it is connected. Let me connect. So I'll log in now. See, yesterday I had tried. So I had tried to resolve this thing. Uh, lab. So still it's showing this thing. Let me open this. FORTINET. So take the latest one. Let's take this. CPU. See, it's getting on. You can see, right? So it's already on. So I have checked with this error, RFB003. Okay. So I'm trying to resolve it issue, but still it's showing the same error. Right. So let me open the other firewall. getting close. If you go for the checkpoint, let's take this. So now this time is getting start checkpoint. So let's check with other Palo Alto. You can see right now, like this guy is not opening. Please check guys, because what are the things I'm doing. So this is the issue we'll face when you do the lab. So once if you delete this, then only you can able to close. Otherwise, you can't able to close the lab as well. Okay. So what I will do, I'll create the new lab for FORTINET lab. So let's open the FORTINET now. Mm, Oh, these guys are slow. This is not problem. These guys are changed. Shame is she's right. This is like yesterday I tried like spend full day guys to solve this issue. So it will be challenging because solution is there guys. If you go for GIT Hub and a lot of websites and companies are there to help you out. Okay, we need to register in the community center so we can able to solve these issues. So at my not only for here guys, because even at my home server also, so it's not connecting to the internet. So yesterday I tried to connect it. So even our home server also creating the issues. Okay, so what I'm going to do. So let's start with because the FORTINET means we cannot run any C. We can't run the anything, right? So what I'm going to do. So let's do the checkpoint which was working now. because you should work according to the lab thing, not according to us, because it's a virtual lab, all the software based labs, which has been connected to hardware to the software base. That's the reason like it's creating a lot of these thing issues. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so let's start. Now what I'm going to do, so we'll do checkpoint lab guys, because it's creating a lot of issues in the office server itself. The office server, like checkpoint firewall, is working now, right? So let's do rather than wasting the time, because so let me. So all of you have done the smart console access, right? All of you. So as you can see, smart console access already they have done it. The lab is there, so no?
Taj, I deleted it.
This one is. No problem. So let's open the this thing. Any Rahul this thing. I think Rahul has done something lab here. Okay. So what are the devices I required for that? So I will take R8020. Okay. Oh, see, so this guy has already on, right? Even if I show this, so it's showing the issues. So what we can do, we should come up with the new file. Guys, again showing issues now.
ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫೈರ್ವಾಲ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫೈರ್ವಾಲ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಡೆಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಫೈರ್ ಇದು ನೋಡೋಣ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್.
ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ So let's keep aside this. Get booted. There's a one more checkpoint firewall. The management solution firewall. ನೋಡೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು FORTINET ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. Let's do the FORTINET is coming now. So I will take Windows 7 PC. How to check the IP address for interfaces in the checkpoint firewall, guys? Do you remember? Yes, are you there?
Yes, touch.
Yes, Taj.
Okay, now it is connected now. Let's see the at least FORTINET will start because today's session is FORTINET. So I could see now it's working now. So again, I have changed my mind because depending upon the lab, we should work, guys. I think you understood, right? So as for the lab, accordingly we should work. Okay. So what I will do, I'll both these make it off. I think this guy is on rather than because it takes hardware resource. I don't want to this thing. Okay, anyhow. So I'm going to start this guy as well as this PC. So very basic lab. Okay, so just we are giving the IP addresses and we'll access the remote access for your these labs. So let's do that. If it is working, everything lab is working. So it feel very interesting to do the lab test. The first thing is we should have the proper setup for the home because in yesterday's, so even my server also, now it is not taking the DHCP IP address of my server. So it's showing some issues. So I need to work on it. It happened. It's asking to update the version. So IF config. Let it boot here. 1. Okay, now it is loaded, I think. Okay, these two, let me delete, will not have the confusion. Okay, guys. So the lab for the FORTINET, guys. Okay, please remember. Okay, the function of all the. I think I have shared the screen, right? Did I share the screen, guys?
Yes, Taj.
Okay, so I can able to see my screen, right? Okay.
Yep.
The function of all the firewall are similar. As you know that, so it is used for the packet filtering, applying the rules, condition, objects, okay, and allowing the traffic, denying the traffic, okay. So it does all the same job, okay. So same thing, the Palo Alto firewall, your checkpoint, your Cisco firewall, or even the Fortinet does the same job, but each firewall has got a different characteristics. So let's open this my Fortinet. Okay, remember guys, so we can see the password for this is admin. This is a Fortinet firewall, guys. Okay, so we can see directly it's giving the login access, right? You can see, right? So without knowing that, it's giving a directly access. Okay, so what is the basic configurations? Let's do that. Uh, the commands are config system global. If you want to enter into the global configuration mode, we should type config system global. So how we are typing in Cisco? Configure terminal or config T, right? So here, configure system global. So it will take you to the global configurations mode. Now, if you want to change the uh, name of the host, okay, the commands are set host name, FortiGate firewall. Okay, it's a very basic command. So, so how to change? Set host name and give the host name, whatever you want to give. Okay. If you want to know the system information, what are the things available in this? The commands are get system status. So here you should not type exit, guys. Always remember, don't type exit command. So here you should type end command. So it will take you to your Fortinet. As we can see, it has changed the name, right? So now we can see the details of your uh, set. Get system information. Get system status. No error. You can see like how to check the operating system. We are using the Fortinet OS here. So it has got the capability. We can see, okay, Fortinet KVM version inbuilt, and it's showing a lot of information, serial number of this Fortinet. Okay, and botnet license version is valid. Okay, evaluation license expires. So this all informations we can able to see that. Okay, just I'm giving you some basic idea about the commands, how to do that. Okay, now the password setting all in that I'll not show you, because once if you get password mates, you forgot me, it could be problem for others. It's very simple password. How to set the password? I'll tell you how to set the password here. but I'll not use this command. I'll tell you how to use this command. Okay, so go to configuration mode. Okay, admin. Okay, edit admin. Okay, we have to edit, give the command, edit command, set password, and we can give the password name, whatever this thing. Okay, so I'm not going to use this command. Whenever see, as we can see, okay, we can see my cursor, right? So we can see it is firewall is in global configuration mode. Okay, so and don't give exit. If you type exit means again it will ask you to log in. It will not come out. So end is a command which will come to your user mode. Okay. So now how to give the IP address for the firewall in Fortinet? How to assign the IP address for your? Okay. So let's check. So first, what you have to do, go to global configuration mode, config system interface. Right now we are entering into the interface, guys. You can see, right? So right now we have entered the interface. Okay, now I want to give the IP address for this port. For this port, so I want to give the IP address. So let me shut down my other VMs are running. Just give just a minute. Let me shut down my other. So let's get started here. So now I want to give the IP address for this port, guys. Okay. So how I can give? Let me open my console. Right now I have entered the interface. Okay. So how to give the IP address? Please pay attention, guys, here. You can see, right, guys, now? Okay. So let's do that. Okay. So edit port 1. How to give the IP address in the Fortinet firewall, guys? Edit port. So what type of IP address you want to give? As we can see, so it's changing the right. Now we are entered to the port 1. Means I want to give the IP address for this port. Okay, so what type of IP address? Like manually, I'm giving the IP address. Set mode static. This is static IP address, right? It's not automatic. Statically, we are giving the IP address. Okay, set IP. Okay, 192.168. I will give 101.1. Okay, /24. So in checkpoint firewalls, how we are giving like net mask 24, right? So here just /24. Okay. So after this, we need to allow to the ping for any other PC. Okay, set allow ping, even HTTP or HTTPS, telnet, SSH. So all things we can able to allow it. at the same time. Okay, done. This is the done by your FORTINET firewall. So how to check the interface? Show system interface port 1. Okay, whichever port you want to give, just port 1. You can see, right? So we have assigned the IP address 192.168.101.1. 101. Okay. Now I will go to my Windows PC now. Okay, so password is test 1, 2, 3. Fine. So I have logged in to as you can see, I am most probably it will take for my people now. Okay, so how to change the IP address, guys? CPA, CPL. So it has taken the IP address now. So we'll change this. Go to property. So TCP/IP4, assign the IP address manually. Okay. So 192.168.101.2. Right. The default gateway for these guys 192.168.101.1. Okay. So this is the IP address we have given. Okay. Hello, computers, this network. No. Cancel this. Okay. So it has taken the IP address now. So now check. Let me make it big. I think it has become very small, right? Display setting. Now it is visible, right? So IP config. So it has taken the IP address. Fine. So let's check ping to the firewall now. What is the IP address for the firewall? 192.168.101.1. Right? I can reach, right? I can able to ping to your Palo Alto firewall. Okay, so what is the next job now? Can you open the GUI base now? Let's see. So what is the IP address for the Palo Alto firewall? 192.168.101.1. Right, guys? So I can able to log into your Palo Alto firewall. So what is the password? Admin with no password. Because password, we have not given any password, guys. You have noticed? Because in the Palo Alto, so we are not given any password. It asking remainder me later. The FORTINET, the firewall that currently is in evaluation mode, 14 days. So no problem. Okay, remain later. Okay, so this is the your GUI based your Palo Alto firewall, guys. You can see, right? So
That's
we can
Palo
able
Alto
to,
or FortiGate.
sorry, Fortinet. Okay, it's a Fortinet, guys, because it's get confused. Since 3 weeks we are into firewall, right? Cisco firewall, Palo Alto firewall, Checkpoint firewall, and Fortinet firewall. So it's a Fortinet firewall GUI interface. So we can see, guys. Let's go to the dashboard. So right now it is a standalone because I have not connected any base router, switches, and everything. Okay. So now this is a dashboard, guys. We shall discuss about the dashboard. Okay. So what I'm going to do now. So let me open my Fortinet. So it's log out. Okay, admin and enter. Okay, directly click on no password. Okay, so how to ping to my PC now from firewall to PC in Fortinet? The commands are execute ping 192.168.101.2. You can say it. We are getting reply from your firewall. Please remember this command, guys. Okay, so I'll be asking the questions in the Viva as well. Okay, in the Fortinet. So how we are going to check your firewall, guys? Fine. So next, move on. Okay, how to do the telnet on Fortinet firewall, right? So as you can see, previous command what you have given. Okay, what is the command to check the details, guys? I want to check the interface. Do you remember? I told you just now.
Show system interface port 1.
Hmm?
Show system interface port 1.
Okay. Show system interface port 1. So as we can see, we already enabled the telnet, HTTP, SSH, and HTTP ping, right? So what I'm going to do now, so let's do the ping directly from here. So for that, I should open my PuTTY software. Yes, so it is there here. So what is IP address for firewall? 192.168.101.1. So I am going to do the telnet first. As we can see, yes.
That instead of set allow access ping, can we give ICMP?
No,
Should be ping only.
I should be ping. Where is that? Let me open this PuTTY. So 192.168.101.1. So I am going to do the telnet. Okay, so I can be able to log in. ADMIN. Okay, password is enter. Fine. So I can able to see, right, show system interface port number 1. Right, from the PC I can able to access the Fortinet. So now it's Fortinet is perfectly working, guys. Right. So let's do now. I will close this now. So now, okay, close. Okay, now I'll check for, because already we enabled SSH also, right? So let's open the SSH now. 192.168.101.1. So now it's already selected the SSH now. Yes, I want to access, yes. So I can even secure also, I can able to log in. Okay, you can see, right, show system interface. If you not type in anything, means it will show you all the details. How many interfaces are there? It will show you all. If you want to check only specific, show system interface port number 1 or 2. For example, port number 2, because nothing we are configured on the port number 2. We can see, right? So we are not configure anything. Okay, for the port 1. Okay, so we have configured this IP address for this firewall. It's simple, right, guys? Okay, so let me show you one more command. Show interface. This thing, give the question mark. So it will show you that port number 1 is up. You can see this only the port number 1 we are using that. Okay, so right now we are accessing here from putting. Okay, same thing you can check here also. Show system interface, give the question mark. So we'll see which are the interfaces. So this FORTINET firewall, okay, has 10 ports. Okay, IP address which we have assigned here. Okay, so how to ping to the from here to this thing? Execute ping 192.168.101 dot, sorry, ping. So 192.168.101.2. Okay, so now we can able to reach to your system as well. Okay, now SS is also working and your telnet also working. So any question guys here now? Even GUI also base also is working. You can see, right? So GUI base also is working. You can see. Just give the IP address, okay, and give the admin. Okay, so I can able to access your Fortinet GUI base. Okay, so this will discuss later. We can all things we can be able to configure it. Fortinet view. So here you can see the your source application, cloud-based applications. As you know, Fortinet is especially is very leaders in especially for your cloud-based security firewall. So networking, if you see like interfaces, so we can see there like what are the interfaces we have assigned. As we can see, the port number 1 we have given 192.168.101.1, right? So what are the action we had done? We have allowed these all actions. Allowed permission we have given this interface ping, HTTPS, SSH, HTTP, and telnet. Right, so this all permission we have given. So still this all ports are still we are not using it yet. Okay, as we can see, this only 4 port is allowing to use. Right? Okay, we can able to configure VPN all in that. Okay, I'll move on. So let's move on for other session of the lab. Let's see if this TFTP is working. Let's check. If TFTP is working means I'll show you the 32. This will not work. So yesterday I tried to take the backup. The backup command is very simple, guys. Okay, so let me do the setting. DSCP. I want to show you the backup, guys. What are the commands we did? So let's try that. Okay. This is the IP address of this. Okay, so let's go to. Okay, the commands are very simple, guys. Let's try to connect it. So I'll give the commands how to do that. Okay, whether it will connect to the TFTP server or not. The command is just you need to type execute. Execute backup configuration TFTP. Okay, what is the backup is FortiGate firewall. Okay, backup. Okay, I want to connect to 192.168.1.1.2. Okay, so it's not connecting, so it's showing some issues. Access validation, send file to your server via VDM root failure. Okay, so it's showing some command failure. Sending this. The commands are very same command. Just execute backup config TFTP. Okay, and give the backup file name. So if you type this one backup file name, so it asks the command. So I'll give firewall. Okay, and then let me give the IP directly. 1.2. Okay, so it's showing issues, guys. So yesterday also it's showing issues when I tried. Okay. So let's do that other lab, guys. We'll do some static routing now. Okay. So let me close this lab now. So now, as we can see, it's working perfectly. So let's delete this, guys. Okay. So what I'm going to do, guys. Okay. So let me stop this node. I hope you understood, guys. Do you have any questions to here? Very simple lab. Just assign the IP address for this firewall. Then I assign the IP address for this PC. So I can able to access the GUI. Okay, I can able to ping. I can able to do the telnet SSH. Okay. So you want me to repeat once again, guys, for this lab? Hello, guys.
No touch.
You don't want to repeat? Shall I go for other lab now?
Yes, touch.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I will do? Let me switch off these nodes. Just we'll do static first. Default. Okay. Yes, Sunu?
Not me touch. Not me touch.
So again, this guy is showing some issue. Someone is asking something. Okay, so this lab I'm going to explain about your this thing as how to configure the routing protocols in Fortinet firewall. Okay, so here I'll use on Fortinet firewall. I'm going to use the two Cisco router. I want to use two routers, two CPU, and 2048, 2 GB of RAM. That is a 10. Okay, so one guy is on. See, someone else using this because when you take the router, is getting on. Until it gets off, so we cannot move further, right? Only one router we have. This one. So let's delete this guy. This I will connect to the port 1 of the firewall. So this I'm going to connect with port 2. Okay, right now I'll use the two routers. Okay, the lab which I have. Okay, uh, I will share the screen this thing topology. Okay, the topology is as simple as this guys because same topology which I shared for checkpoint and Palo Alto firewall. The topology, same topology. Okay, the IP address I'm going to assign almost all same, just slight difference. Okay, so let's start this node. Okay, so here I'm going to assign the IP address. So let me assign the IP address so that we can understand here. I'm going to assign 192.168 for this guy 1.1/24. Okay, so I can make it this 14. In background, if you want to change. Okay, so this is the IP address for these guys. So I'm labeling as, please check here. Okay, so how to label it? Okay, what I'm doing, one side and right click and duplicate. You can see, right? So this is for this guy. Again, duplicate. Okay, double click on it, just give the IP address for this inside. You can see this guy is 1.2. Okay, and this IP address is, you can see this is 2.2. Okay, please understand this, what I'm trying to explain here. So this guy is 2.1. Okay, so this is how to give the IP address labeling. Okay, so let's start with the first thing is what we should do. Let's start directly with the Fortinet firewall directly. because in Cisco routers already we have done the most of the commands. I think this. I think this series we have taken. It's the world firewall, I think we have taken. This is also a problem. Do you remember, Sono, which series we have taken? FORTINET? Let's try this guy. Let's do this 400 root.
Taj, my mic is not working. I think it's 4.4.
Check this guy. This guy is working. So if you want to connect these firewalls, see this firewall is not working, right? So we can see, we try to open this guy, so it's showing some issues. So what we should do? We cannot connect these to this firewall, guys. Right? So before connections, please on this check whether this guy also working or not. Right? Because when the device is on, it will not allow you to connect to the any devices. Okay, this guy is working. So what I'm going to do? Shut down all the devices. So once it is shut down, and please delete this guy. Okay, after deleting, put this guy and connect. One, port number 2. Just auto over there. Okay, so let's start all the device now. Okay, the lab is we are going to configure the RIP. Okay, if you want to give the headline, okay, and give the text. IPv4, IPv4, the RIP lab. So this is not a RIP, this is the static and default on FortiGate. Okay, so I'll make it this 18. Board. Okay, so this is the lab. Just how to label it, just I'm showing that. Okay, so now I can able to log in now. Evaluation valid, not valid, more than one CPU. Okay, because more than one CPU I cannot allow. Okay, so it's showing this one error because I have increased the RAM size, right? Do you remember? I increased the RAM, I increased the CPU because for evaluation series we are not allowed to use a more CPU and more RAM to the device. Okay, the lab is guys. So here we're going to configure the static default routing on the FortiGate. So here I'll create the loopbacks around 5 to 6 loopbacks. Here 5 to 6 loopbacks and connect the interfaces. Okay, what is the first job? Okay, so let's configure with your first directly with Fortinet configuration. Then we'll jump for your routers because Cisco router is already you know how to configure the IP address for the interfaces and creating the loopbacks. The lab is for your static routing and default routing. So let's do that. So first what we should do, okay, go to interface. Now we are entering into the interface. Edit port 1. Okay, the port 1 is what? Let me show you this side. Now we can see, right? So edit port. The port 1 is connected from router 1. Okay, so we are going to give the IP address, static IP address. Set mode static. Okay, then set IP address for this. So what should be the IP address? I'll give 192.168.1.2. Okay, then /24. Okay, guys, this is how to assign the IP address for your Fortinet port. Okay, so let's allow all the parameters, guys. Let them allow to for ping, HTTP, then SSH, then SNMP, like whichever is available. Telnet also. Okay, so after this, there is one more port is connected for your other router, right? You can see, right? Other port. So directly after port 1, if you type next, it will jump to the port 2. Okay, next. It will come back to your interface, then edit port 2. Port 2. So now we are into port 2 now. So here, same command, set mode, static IP address we are going to assign. Okay, set IP. So this is 192.168. This is 2.2, right? /24. This is a 2.2. Okay, then set allow all. We are ping. We are going to give the permission. SSH, SNMP, HTTP, your telnet. Means just we are giving all the permissions. Fine, guys. So after this, what we have to do? Just we are using only 2 routers. U and okay, show system interface port number 1. Okay, this is how to check the IP address interface details. You can see, right? The port number 1, which we can see IP address. Okay, and for this permission, we have given to HTTP, all the details we have given it already. Okay, same thing for the year port 2 also. Okay, 192.168, 2.2 is the IP address for this. Okay, so let's go to now routers. So this guy is loading now. Let this guy also load. Otherwise, it takes time to. You have to remember, guys, this is virtual IOS 3. Okay, this is my router 2. Don't get confused while doing the configurations. Be carefully check the IP addresses. And this is my Palo Alto, and this is my R1. You can see, right? Be carefully, wrong IP address means it will create a lot of issues. Okay, so let's right now I enter to the Cisco routers, guys. Okay, show IP interface brief. So I'm going to go to global configuration mode. Okay, interface gigabyte 0/0. Give the IP address 192.168. This is 1.1, right? So give the subnet mask and give the node. Okay, so now the interface is up. Let me check directly the firewall. Do ping 192.168. Okay, I think 1.2. Firewall repeat 1.2, right?
Yes, touch.
Let's create the loopbacks now. Do show IP interface brief. So this is 1.1, that is 1.2. Okay, let me, I think you should ping. Do ping 192.168 1.2. I think we allowed for the ping. We need to check in the firewall.
Touch. Did you give no shutdown there?
No shutdown, I think I have given. Interface. Go to interface gigabyte 0/0. Shutdown and no shutdown. Taking time, I think, to come up. So IP interface brief. Now it is up. So let's check 192.168 on that.
Sir,
Touch. Check on the
ಅಲ್ಲಿ
firewall side.
ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗಿಗ್ 01ಗೆ IP ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗಿಗ್ 00 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ IP ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ?
ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗಿಗ್ 01 ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
Oh, very good, very good. Very good, Diksha. Yes, because I have assigned for the wrong interface, right? Correct, correct. Okay, so how to do that? So go to global configuration mode. Thank you, Diksha. Okay, so go to this interface gigabyte/0. No IP address. And then exit interface gigabyte 0/1. IP address 192.168.1. 255.255.0. Right? So I think now we should be able to think. Okay, so now we have connected properly now. Now I think I should be able to ping to the firewall. Yes, perfect, right? Thank you, Diksha. Okay, so now I can able to reach to your firewall. So first job, I guess, I told you many times, please always change the router name so that to avoid the confusion. Fine. Okay, so let's do that. So what I'm going to do now, so this is done now. So now I will create some loopbacks, guys. So here I'm going to create around 5 or 6 loopbacks. Let me create 5 loopbacks, that's it, okay? So give that IP address 172.10.1. Okay. Loopback 2. This is other network to second network. Just I'm creating loopback, guys, in the Cisco routers. Let it create 5 because so some scenarios are there, very big scenario. They'll create 10 loopbacks in each routers. Okay, just I'll create only 5. Okay, then show IP interface brief. You can see, so right now I have created with the loopbacks here. Okay, so this is done, the R1. I think this is my R2. So first thing is give router 2. Okay. And yes, here I connected with the gigabyte 0/0, right? Okay. IP address 192.168. This is 2.1. Correct? Give the notion. Okay, now it has been up. So let me check directly. Do ping 192.168 2.2, I think. Okay, so I can able to ping to my firewall. Diksha, you there, right? Vishnu, Pavitra, Rida,
Yes, sir.
all of you there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
Taj.
directly, okay, directly I'll give the lunch break because we are lagging, guys. So please pay attention. Still a lot of things I need to cover it. Okay, fine. So now I can able to reach this. Now I am going to create the loopbacks. So for the router 2, I'm going to create the IP address 172.1 20 dot will take. Yes, 20.1. IP address 172.3.2. You are following me, guys? So show IP interface brief. Okay, just have created the 5 loopbacks with both the routers. Okay, so now I'm going to configure your static routing on your firewall. So before configuring like static routing on the firewall, okay, so please check. Okay, admin is a log out now. Please check from firewall to routers can I able to ping. Okay, so what is the command? Execute ping 192.168.1.1 is my router 1, right? So I can able to reach to my R1 router. Okay, then check for your router 2. So even router 2 also I can able to reach, right? So all both the routers I can able to communicate with my firewall. Fine. So now how to configure your, so this thing guys, your static routing on your FORTINET firewall. Okay, before that I'll show you the how to check the routing table in your Palo Alto firewall. The commands are, okay, get router information, get router info, routing table, details are all. See that it look like show IP route, right? In Cisco, you can see, right? It look like right now 2 ports are connected. Okay, if we check get router info, routing table details. Okay, so it's look like you're seeing commands show IP route in Cisco. Fine guys. So let's configure your static routing on the firewall guys. The commands are, so config router static. Okay, it will enter into the static. Okay, first edit 1. Okay, what you want to edit? New entry 1 is added. So what you want to add? Set destination. Okay, I want to reach to R1 loopbacks, which we have created 172.10.1 network, 2 network, 3 network, 4 network, right? Okay. Set destination. I want to reach to this 192.170.10.1.0 with the subnet mask. Okay. Go via gateway is 192.168.1.1, right? Okay. Gateways for all is same. Gateway is 1.1. To reach to all the 172.10 network, gateway is same. Okay. Set distance is 1. Okay. It is directly connected. What is the port number? Okay. Set device, give the double quotation, port 1. Because it is connected to my port, because we have to tell to the firewall this network. Okay, so this network, okay, want to reach, go via this IP with the distance 1, and it is connect. You have to go via this port number 1. Okay, so then next, you have to type next. Again, come back to static. Now edit 2. Okay, same command. Set destination. I want to reach 172.10. This time 2.0 network. Okay, then set gateway. Gateway is same 192.168.1.1. Okay, set distance is same 1. Okay, set device is, so device port is 1 because it is connected to the port 1. Okay, then next, then edit 3 now. Okay, same thing can give for all network. Right now we have created how many? 5, right? Same thing we have to give for all 5. Okay, so what is the command? Same command, destination 172.10.3.0 with the mask. Okay, set gateway 192.168.1.1. Okay, set distance is same 1. Okay, set device port is 1. Fine. Then next. Now edit 4. Okay, so what is edit 4? Set destination 172.10.5.0 network, right? 4.2.0 network. Give the mask. Does it look like complicated, right? RIP, because configuring on the RIP in Cisco is quite very easy, right? Are you there, guys? Set device. Okay, last one is there. Let me complete that one also. I have created the file loopbacks, right? So let me edit that one also. Set destination 172.10.5.0 network. 0 set gateway same. Set distance also same. Okay, set device port is 1. Okay, so now we are done with the this part. Means one part of the router we have done it. Fine. So let's configure with the port 2 now. Okay. For the port 2, we have the 20 network, right? So here how we have to come? Please type N. What we have to configure again? Configure router static again. Okay. From this side, okay, I'm going to how we have to configure same command, because for port 2 also we should configure, right? So what is the command? So here I'll start with edit 11 from the port 2 perspective, guys. Here also I want to configure your static routing. Okay, so here set destination 172.20.1.0. Okay, so set gateway is 92.168. What is the gateway, guys? Here the gateway is here 2.1, because this is connected for your R2 router. Okay, set distance 1. Okay, set device port is 2 here. That is connected for your port 2. Okay, so now same command we can repeat it if you want to use arrow mark, because I didn't show you. So now I'll show you that. We have to start from edit 11. We have started. Now edit 12. Okay, then only you have to give the 20 network 172.20.2.0 net. Otherwise, the recently which you have set the static routing, only that one it will take. Because in editing, we have to enter in the FORTINET. Then only your firewall is going to understand. Okay. So now I start with 11. I will take this toll. The remaining IP address are same. Just need to change this thing. Yes, this part. 2. Okay. Gateway is same gateway. And devices also. Distance also same. And device also same. Okay. Now next. Now edit 30. I've seen, guys, we have done a mistake. Even though we are configured. See, edit these two network 20 I have given twice. You can see at the top. Okay, up to 11 we have given 5. DS we have given 10. I think 10 we must give it. Okay, let's do that because first one it will not ping. So we'll do it once again so that we can you people also can see it. Okay. So now set destination 172.20 dot this time 20.3.0 network. Okay, 255.255.255. Okay, set gateway 2.1. Set distance is same 1. Set device password is device port number is port 2. Okay. So now to config to router static. Now edit 14. So set destination 172.168. Sorry, 20 dot this time 4.0. Set gateway same. Set distance is also same. Device is port number 2. Now edit. This is my last network. Set gateway 2.1. This is the same. And device is port number 2. Okay. So we are done with this, guys. Okay. So now check show router information. So how to check the routing, guys? I told you, right? How to check in Palo Alto, how to check the routing protocol. The command is get information, get router info routing on. You can see static has been configured. If you want to check specific details, you can see the port number 1, you can see get. So both has been connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 series, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, 20 series, we have missed one. Have noticed here, guys. For 20 series network, which is connected for the R2, we have created the loop back. Okay, one we have not configured. Right. So one we have not configured that. So that will configure right now. Okay. So one is missing, right? Okay, what we'll do? So configure router static. Okay. Edit, I will give this one is 19. Okay. Set destination 172.168. Okay. 20.1. I think 20.1.0. See, 1.0 is not there in entry. You can see, right? So it's taking 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. On 20.1.0. So set distance 1, set gateway same. Dot 1. This is connected to the port 2. Okay. Sorry. So now we have done it. Okay. Get router info routing table all. Now we can see now all the entry has been entered. Fine. So everything entry has been, we can see in your Fortinet firewalls. All entries are there. Okay. So now let's configure on the router. So this is my R1. How to configure routing protocol, guys? IP route, any network. I'll configure default routing here. Okay, any mask. So go via 192.168.1.2. Okay, so that's it. And same thing for my R2 router. Okay, IP route 0.0.0.0. Any network, any mask. Go via 192.168. Go via my 2.2. Show IP route. You can see it has learned the 20 network. Can you see that? Show IP route static. So 20 network it has learned. It has 20 network. So as you can see, it has been static, has been configured. So now check for your firewall. So here also I can able to configure it. Fine. So now I can from my router. So I should able to reach to my 172 these networks. Let me check this. The execute ping. Okay. So 172.10.1.1. Fine. So I can able to reach right to the loop back for the router 1. Okay, so let's check for your other network. Second network. Yes, I can able to reach. And check for third one. Okay. From my firewall, I can able to reach to my network. Last one. From R1, what are the loopbacks we have created? 5 loopbacks. Okay, I can able to reach. So let's check with R2 now. Let's start from 5. Okay, so I can able to reach it, right? And 4 network. Yes, I can able to reach to the 4 network. Yes, I can able to reach. Same thing for 2. Okay, so we can able to configure your static and default routing on your Fortinet firewall, guys. Is it clear, guys? Anyhow, I'm recording this. I think you can able to see. Okay. Did you follow it, guys?
Yes, sir.
So now how to configure the default routing? Because right now we configure static routing in your Fortinet firewall. Okay. Then how to configure these things, guys? Default routing in Fortinet. Okay. So right now, I think we are not configure any internally. We are not created any internal network here. The command I'll tell you how to configure the default routing. So go to configuration routers static. So I'll edit, give some number. Okay. So set destination. Okay. Any network. Okay. And any mask. Okay. Set gateway. So whether a gateway right now we don't have any gateway. So if you connect one more network at the top, okay, so then you can be able to configure this network. Same command, which are the port you are connected. Right now, I don't want to give this one. Okay. So how to delete this, guys? Okay, go here, just unset. So untest destination 0.0.0/0. Okay, compare command pair before using gateway. No point. Just unset because showing some error. So we'll check this later. So I hope you guys, I think you understood this static and default routing. Okay. Now one more command like show router static. Also we can do this command. Let me end here. Show router static. You can see this all, what are the things we configure, it will show you this. Edit 1, 2, 3, 4. Means in each additional port we are assigning, this is the job of this we should follow. So this network we want to reach, go via this IP, we are assigning for the port 1. Right, same thing for edit 2. What are the edited we have done, same thing you can see right here. These are list of commands we have given for the either sides. Fine. This is how to check the static routing and default routing in your FORTINET firewall. Understood, guys? So do you want break for 10 minutes?